Tariffs Explained: How the US-China trade war impacts your wallet. Ever feel like you're paying more for everyday items? The US-China trade war and its tariffs might be the culprit. We're breaking down this complex issue in simple terms, so you can understand how it affects your finances. Let's dive in. What exactly is a tariff? Think of it as a tax on imported goods. When a product crosses borders, governments can impose a tariff, increasing its price. This is often done to protect domestic industries by making foreign goods more expensive. Imagine a toy made in China costing $10. If the US government adds a $2 tariff, the final price becomes $12. This extra cost is usually passed on to you, the consumer. Currently, the US and China are engaged in a trade war, using tariffs as their primary weapon. The US, under previous administrations, implemented significant tariffs on Chinese goods, including electronics and clothing. China retaliated with tariffs on US products like soybeans and cars. This back and forth has significant economic consequences for both nations and their consumers. Why are the world's two largest economies locked in this trade dispute? The core issues revolve around trade imbalances, intellectual property, and market access. The US has long accused China of unfair trade practices, including currency manipulation and intellectual property theft. The US trade deficit with China reached $122.7 billion in February 2025, highlighting the imbalance. Tariffs are seen by some as a tool to level the playing field and encourage domestic production. The goal is to reduce reliance on Chinese imports and boost American industries. China views the US tariffs as protectionist measures that hinder its economic growth. They argue that the US is attempting to contain China's rise as a global economic power. Retaliatory tariffs are used to protect their own industries and demonstrate their resolve. How do these tariffs affect everyday consumers in both the US and China? The impact is felt through higher prices, reduced choices, and potential job losses. Understanding these effects is crucial for making informed economic decisions. In the US, tariffs on Chinese goods translate to higher prices for electronics, apparel, and household items. A 10% tariff on a $200 smartphone adds $20 to the cost, impacting consumer spending. Some companies may also reduce their import of certain goods, limiting consumer choices. While tariffs might protect some US jobs in manufacturing, they can also lead to job losses in retail and other sectors that rely on affordable imports. The overall economic impact is complex and debated among economists. In China, tariffs on US goods increase the prices of products like agricultural goods, cars, and beverages. A bottle of bourbon that once cost 100 yuan might now cost 125 yuan, affecting consumer purchasing power. China's tariffs encourage consumers to buy local brands, but concerns about quality and reliability persist. This can lead to consumers paying more for imported goods they prefer, impacting their overall cost of living. Let's consider a practical example. A TV made in China might see its price increase from $400 to $500 due to a 25% tariff in the US. Similarly, American jeans in China could jump from 200 yuan to 250 yuan due to a 25% tariff. These price increases directly affect consumers' wallets, reducing their disposable income. The cumulative effect of tariffs on various goods can significantly impact household budgets. It's essential to be aware of these changes and adjust spending habits accordingly. Businesses also feel the pinch. A survey revealed that 92% of CEOs in the US believe tariffs are increasing their costs. Many companies are facing additional expenses of $50,000 or more per month, impacting their profitability and investment decisions. What does the future hold for the US-China trade relationship? The potential outcomes range from continued escalation to negotiated settlements. Understanding the possible scenarios is crucial for businesses and consumers alike. Continued escalation of tariffs could lead to a global economic slowdown, impacting international trade and investment. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has expressed concerns about the negative impact of trade wars on global growth. However, there is also hope for a resolution. Both the US and China have incentives to reach a deal, as they both benefit from trade. A potential agreement could involve lowering tariffs, addressing intellectual property concerns, and improving market access. In the meantime, consumers can take steps to mitigate the impact of tariffs. Shopping smart, comparing prices, and considering local brands are all strategies to reduce costs. Delaying major purchases might also be a prudent approach. Education plays a crucial role in understanding the complexities of international trade and its impact on our lives. By staying informed, consumers can make better decisions and advocate for policies that promote fair trade practices. Schools and universities should incorporate trade-related topics into their curricula, providing students with the knowledge and skills to navigate the global economy. Public forums and media outlets can also contribute to raising awareness and fostering informed discussions. Governments and international organizations have a responsibility to promote transparency and provide accurate information about trade policies. This helps businesses and consumers understand the implications of trade agreements and make informed choices. Critical analysis is essential for evaluating the claims and arguments made by different stakeholders in the trade debate. It's important to consider the perspectives of businesses, consumers, and governments when assessing the impact of tariffs. Media literacy is also crucial. Consumers should be able to distinguish between reliable sources of information and biased or misleading content. This helps them form their own opinions and avoid being swayed by propaganda. Economic analysis can provide valuable insights into the costs and benefits of tariffs. By examining the data and evidence, economists can help policymakers make informed decisions that promote economic growth and prosperity. Consumers have the power to influence trade policies through their purchasing decisions and advocacy efforts. By supporting businesses that promote fair trade practices, consumers can encourage ethical and sustainable production. Participating in public forums, contacting elected officials, and supporting organizations that advocate for fair trade are all ways to make your voice heard. Collective action can create pressure on policymakers to address trade imbalances and promote a more equitable global economy. Social media can also be a powerful tool for raising awareness and mobilizing support for trade-related causes. By sharing information and engaging in online discussions, consumers can amplify their voices and influence public opinion. International cooperation is essential for resolving trade disputes and promoting a stable and prosperous global economy. Multilateral institutions like the World Trade Organization, WTO, play a crucial role in setting trade rules and resolving conflicts. Bilateral and regional trade agreements can also contribute to reducing trade barriers and fostering economic integration. However, these agreements should be designed to promote fair competition and protect the interests of all stakeholders. Diplomacy and negotiation are essential tools for resolving trade disputes peacefully. By engaging in constructive dialogue, countries can find common ground and reach mutually beneficial agreements. The US-China trade war and its associated tariffs have significant implications for consumers, businesses, and the global economy. By staying informed, engaging in critical analysis, and taking collective action, we can navigate these challenges and promote a more equitable and sustainable trade system. Remember, tariffs are like an extra tax we all pay for this global game of chess. It's crucial to understand the stakes and make informed decisions that protect our financial well-being. Now it's your turn. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What are you paying more for lately? Like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more insightful content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Let's stay informed and engaged together.